I just got the email saying I can look at my results for my real estate exam. It's exactly what I'm gonna do. I don't wanna look. Okay, I'm gonna open it.
So I've worked a handful of jobs. I was a video game developer, had the chance to work on the NHL games. I worked in restaurants. I even worked at Lululemon selling yoga pants. Do I look like a yoga pants salesman to you? Maybe. I don't know, is this what they look like? Maybe. And over the last year of growing this channel, I finally decided it's time to stop. Stop trying careers that aren't for me. That's what I was gonna say. What did you think I was gonna say? I'm starting a new chapter as a real estate agent. And with that, the channel will have some new videos about real estate as well. Some people know me as the Vancouver guy already, so it only made sense to get my license and, help people move here as well. And this video is a little bit about what it's been like so far.
I passed. Thank God. Thank gosh, I needed that so bad today. I've studied the last 4 months for that moment to happen right there. And if you failed the exam, you get to take it again, but you have to wait 3 months. So you have to study for 3 more months. But if you fail again that second time, then you have to re-enroll in the whole course and pay again, do everything again. So I'm glad to just avoid that altogether. And if I failed, I probably wouldn't be filming right now. And to be honest, I wouldn't be filming the rest of this video either, which that's what we're gonna go do. In vlogs, people leave comments and they ask me, can you speak more about the real estate license, the process and all that? And I just don't talk about it that much because sometimes I don't want to talk about studying. Studying isn't the most exciting topic, we'll say. The 2 most common questions I get about getting your real estate license is how much does it cost and how long does it take? So how long does it take? It took me 4.5 months from the day I started to the day I took my exam. I think the average is around 5 or 6 months. And if you wanted to do it as fast as possible, you can do it in 2.5 months. But that's studying like 6-8 hours a day, like straight. You can't do it any faster than that. They literally won't let you. Disclaimer, it's different for different countries and different provinces, but this is specifically for British Columbia. And the cost, I'm gonna put some numbers on the screen right here so you know what is what. But at this point, I'm about $7,000 to $8,000 into getting my license, and I won't have any more fees regarding getting licensed. So that's pretty much it. That's kind of all the stuff as of right now. And this is more than I thought it would cost, to be honest, overall. I mean, just the licensing fee to submit your license to be like, hey, can I be licensed? That's $2,000. So that's what you can expect as your initial investment time-wise and money-wise. The third question I get the most is how hard is the exam? And for some reference, I did 10 mock exams, practice exams, all 3 hours long. So I did a lot of them and I averaged 80%. And when I did the exam, I got around 80%. So I wouldn't say it's like easy. I still had to study for it. If I didn't do the mock exams and the studying, to be honest, I don't think I would have passed. So I just did my first real estate mock exam and I got 71%. And you have to get 70% to pass the exam. So I think if anything, this just made me more anxious for the exam. So don't go into it thinking it's like super easy, but don't spend a year studying, so. And for those who haven't seen the textbook, look at that. So you don't need to know all of it, but we can try. So we passed the exam. Good job, us. But what do we do now? Honestly, UBC doesn't really tell you what to do. They're like, wow, you passed. See you later. Bye. That's kind of it. But that's why I'm here. So now we go out into the world. We set up meetings and talk to brokerages to decide where we want to hang our license. That's what they call it. And I have a meeting downtown today, which I'm just reading over my notes because I wrote down a bunch of questions that I'm going to ask this brokerage. And you ask questions because they do things differently. Some of them do 50-50 splits. So they get 50% of how much you make every deal. Or maybe it's 90-10 split. So overall, I'm trying to find a brokerage that is supportive and I kind of have a mentor, someone there that I can call or text pretty much 24/7 to ask questions. Because if I've learned anything from real estate agents so far, it's that they say the way you succeed in your first couple of years is by having a mentor. So I'm back home now. It went well. Like I said, I prepared a lot of questions to ask them. I feel like I got a good, I don't like to use the word vibe, but vibe and a good understanding of who they are and what they do and all that stuff. So definitely contender. Obviously I didn't film there and record there because there's a time and place for vlogging and time like that is not one of those times. So couldn't bring my camera in there. Do you mind if I vlog this interview? Okay, go ahead. I don't think so. And the next step is figuring out how you're gonna market yourself. But before I tell you all my secrets, I'm gonna tell you about Neo's Cashback MasterCard because they are the sponsor of this video. And I already used them. don't steal my information. As I mentioned earlier, I'm spending quite a bit of money getting my real estate license. So it's nice that with their Neo card, I get cashback on every single purchase I make and also 5% cashback average at their partners. For example, I spend lots of money at Brecca Cafe and Bakery. You've seen it in the vlogs. I'm there at least once a week and I save money every time I go there because they are one of their partners. It's just one more reason for me to go more often because every time I go there and spend money, I get an average of 10% cashback at Brecca specifically. The card has no annual fees, no monthly fees, and you'll get $50 if you use my link below to sign up for free. And that's pretty stonks. If you want to check them out, the link will be in the description of this video. For those of you that don't know, you in the comment section named this tree, this plant, you named it Squad Goals, someone who commented on a video, and I love that name, and now this is Squad Goals, and it will forever live on in our YouTube community. So let's say we passed our exam and we joined a brokerage after we interviewed a few. The next step of becoming a successful agent is marketing. That is a type of marketing. It's called door knocking. It's the one that a lot of people don't like. If you didn't know, door knocking is when a salesperson goes door to door from houses and knocks on the door and tries to sell them something, tries to give them a service, which is a way of marketing. It's like an older way, to be honest, and I don't think I'm gonna do that, but it's still marketing. Now, there's different ways for people to market. How do you market yourself? Well, obviously, I'm going the social media route, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I just think there's better ways of getting your face in front of people than like spending your time going door to door. But hey, some people, they like that. They're good talkers right away. Maybe that's what you want to do. Since I specialize in areas around Vancouver, I spent 2 hours the other day going through and leaving reviews on Google reviews, as many as possible on places that I visited. Actually helpful reviews, not just like spam. I included tons of photos. And you may have been like, Adam, that was a huge waste of 2 hours. What is the point? It was only 5 days ago and I already have 10,000 views on just photos and reviews that I've left around places here. And my idea was to be the go-to person for knowing stuff kind of around here. And also my goal was for people to see my face, my profile picture. And that's a big part of marketing at the end of the day, is just getting in front of people. So me leaving a review at a hamburger shop may not lead to selling that person a house, but a good quote that I always say is that it only takes one. Getting one client from one of those reviews or whatever, it would already be worth the 2 hours. Pretty stonks if I do say so myself. And if it does lead to a sale, one of those reviews, then I will definitely share that here. Finally, the next part, the final part, is just your business kind of strategy of going about real estate. And my strategy is really just to take advantage of YouTube as much as possible. People ask how I'm gonna do YouTube and do real estate at the same time, but in life, you either have money or you have time. And right now, I'm in my 20s, right? I'm pretty young. And so I have lots of time and I don't have tons of money. That's why I'm doing this in the first place, all this stuff, right? So I know I'm gonna work lots of hours, but that's okay because I work lots of hours on YouTube already and I just enjoy it. So although I will have some videos on this channel having to do with real estate and my experience doing it and stuff, I'm not gonna have videos on here about like neighborhood tours. Like, I'm not gonna put that on this channel. So that's why I've created a second channel and a second Instagram specifically for people who are thinking of moving here, specifically for the people who want to learn about Vancouver, learn about different areas, different things they should go check out, things you would want to know when you're actually thinking of moving here. Because this is a vlog and I don't want to flood people who subscribe for vlogs with videos about the city. You know what I mean? Not saying they're not good videos. They are gonna be good videos, but if that's you and you are interested in that, I'm leaving my real estate Instagram and real estate YouTube channel linked below this video. I'm still talking about Vancouver and doing Vancouver stuff on this channel. Don't worry, it's just, that one will be just an expansion of what I talk about. And at the end of the day, after all of those steps, you are still not fully licensed. Technically, after passing the exam, you still have to do one more course that you do while you're at a brokerage, and it lasts about 5 months, which is the process that I am going through right now, and I just started. You get a partial license during this time, so you can still do real estate transactions, but you just aren't considered a fully licensed. So I'm now at the point where I can help people buy and sell real estate. So with that said, if you're thinking of buying or selling in Vancouver, I'm gonna leave my email below this video, my real estate email, and you can contact me there for any inquiries or questions or anything really. So I hope that enlightens some people, shed some light on some things that you may wanna know if you're thinking of getting your license and going through this process, or if you're not planning to do that at all. Hopefully it was entertaining and now you know a bit about the real estate licensing process. As always, thank you for watching the video and I will see you next week.